Hello, friends. Welcome to Coaching 101. All right, the first topic is self-awareness. And I say that we will develop it together because to develop means to grow and become more mature, advanced, or elaborate. So, step one in developing self-awareness is defining it, which is your ability to understand and perceive the things that make you who you are, namely your thoughts and feelings, right? To perceive is to know the contents of a thought or provide a description for a feeling. And to understand is to know the why behind a particular thought or feeling. All right, so what I have to share is coming from Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. All right, I believe the content of this book is vital for comprehending the human condition. And I strongly recommend reading it, studying it, and committing this book to memory. So, let's get into some basic neurobiology to deepen your understanding of what your thoughts and feelings are on a cellular level. All right, start with neurons. These are the cells of the nervous system, which includes your brain, spinal cord, and the nerves that branch throughout your body. All right. Neurons bind together to form neural pathways. Right? It follows something called Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together wire together. All right. So neural pathways are neurons wiring together that comprise like your thoughts, that little voice in your head, or a thought pattern, memories, or images that you can see in your mind's eye. Those are some neural pathways. All right. And let's briefly touch on some like different cell activities. All right. I'm sure you all know what the nucleus is. Inside of it is where our DNA lives. And we're going to get to DNA another day. All right. Or in another video. But we have on the cell receptor sites. This is the part of the cell membrane that lets something outside of the cell come inside. And some of those things on the outside are called ligands, right? These are various chemicals or chemical messengers that connect to, interact with, or influence a cell. And this can happen in milliseconds, right? Three ligands that I want to talk about are neurotransmitters, neuropeptides, and hormones. All right. These are think of them as the cause and effect chemicals for brain activity and bodily functioning. So neurotransmitters are chemical messengers between neurons. All right. They allow the brain and nervous system to communicate. Some popular ones I'm sure you've heard of are dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. All right. Some neurotransmitters excite the brain, others slow it down. They can tell a neuron to unhook from its current connection or make it stick better to its existing connection. Right? We said neurons that fire together wire together. So neurotransmitters can make them bind together better or tell neurons to pull apart. Okay? These neurotransmitter messengers stimulate the release of neuropeptides, okay, most of which are manufactured in a structure of the brain called the hypothalamus. Okay, when released, neuropeptides course through your bloodstream and attach to the cells of different glands. Okay, Maybe you've heard of chakras and how we have 7 different chakras. Well, we have 7 different glands, some of which are more like categories for the glands. Okay, so these different glands are the pituitary, pineal, thyroid, thymus, adrenal, digestive, and sexual glands. Okay, these glands release hormones that are primarily responsible for feelings in the body. All right, there's a certain synchronicity that takes place moment by moment between the brain and the body. The brain constantly monitors the way the body is feeling. Based on the chemical feedback it receives, it will generate more thoughts that produce chemicals corresponding to the way the body is feeling. So that we first begin to feel the way that we think, and then to think the way that we feel. All right? In conclusion, I just wanted to give you an introduction to what your thoughts and feelings are on a physical cellular level. Right? We have neurons that form neural pathways, where neurotransmitters are chemicals that send messages between neurons, which can activate the creation of neuropeptides in the brain that get released, course through our bloodstream, and those neuropeptides attach to the different glands that we have in our body, and get those glands, which are basically your hormone centers, going and releasing hormones. So for every thought we have, there is a neural pathway, there's something built out so that you have a feeling associated with that thought. And it can work vice versa, which I will get to in another video. But those next videos will be focused on the effects of habitual thinking or habitual feeling to provide insights into the difficulties of change, right? Developing self-awareness is about understanding that change literally requires rewiring our brains. And that's where we're going to stop for this video today.